Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today let's do a little bit of a Litecoin review again. We did do Litecoin previous week, but we did it on USDT, and we were just sort of waiting if Litecoin is gonna pull a move and do anything fancier on Bitcoin pairings as well. And it's been a little while, but now it finally has done something. So now we can jump back at it again and do something on a BTC version as well. Possible opportunity or two are on the list, of course. So I mean, if we go back on like a weekly time frame, and this time around I am using Coinbase because it does have a little bit of a longer history with Litecoin, but I'm pretty sure Bittrex has even a longer history on it. But when I look at the Coinbase chart, this is basically all that I need, right? And right off the bat, right off the weekly time frame, we really see what the coin needs to hold for us to really continue on its trend. And this is one of the areas, as you can see, it recently held it on the weekly. It still is in progress, right? We still haven't held it yet. We still haven't made a decision yet, but once we come above this, it's gonna really going to start looking a little bit of a better trade on even on higher time frames, right? But of course, once that happens, it's gonna probably take a couple of weeks for you to get a confirmation or for you to really get a trade on weekly, and this is still almost a 30% pump for you to reconsider it, right? So you definitely have some options on lower time frames. We definitely have some more options in this current as you can see, this current structure. Definitely have some more options into this. So if we scooch down to a little bit of our lower time frames, we can try to play some of these early reversals that are happening right now, right? And one of them, you can see it's on daily. We really see, if we zoom in a little bit on the current structure that is of importance, you can see that we can divide this structure by basically three areas at the point, right? You have one at the top that has basically been reacting from all of these resistances, one at the bottom that is also acting as a weekly support as well, and then you have one of the middle where you want to be holding for you to continue this trend. And when you do this sort of areas, it becomes really clear to what the trade should be to begin with and where the trade is going to be taken, right? So now you can either pull this trade on a daily, and if we did something like this, position would be right down here at about 4,000 satoshis, 4,200, and again all of the prices can be seen on the right side of my screen, right? And when I would be looking at stop loss, VIX are a little bit of a noise when it comes to it, right? So on a daily, I wouldn't really be able to pick up perfect stop loss to begin with. So in this case, I'm gonna have to go on a 4-hourly to kind of find a perfect stop loss. And yes, the stop loss is where I expected it to be. It is near this VIX on daily, but just to make sure, you wanna go on a lower time frames to make sure that it's really a good stop loss, or if it's not even good to begin with, right? So you wanna be seeing that. So now we are gonna place stop loss under this VIX, and you can see the stop loss is about 4%, which is pretty good on 4,080 satoshis. Now, when we look into this, we really want to see if this is already bullish, if this has given it enough of confirmations for us to continue this. And one thing that I would want to see right now before I enter this trade is I want to place a line right above this wick right here. As you can see, it's right above the wick. And you can see this wick is about on 4,471 satoshis. Now what I want to see is for this price to go above this line before we set up this trade and then we trade it, right? Reason for this is I want to see on the left side that we create a higher low, right? I want to see a higher low than from previous trend, and if we do create a higher low, this is going to give me a little bit of more bullish enticement, right? Because right now, as you already know, we are holding a current weekly level that we've seen on really high time frames, but we don't have that confirmation that level has been holding in. On that confirmation is gonna only come up here once we break through the levels up here. But we don't want to be waiting for that long because trades are essentially being played out as we speak, right? So why not capture some of those extra percentages on the way up and get an early trade in, and maybe later on build on that position. So what you really want to be doing here is you want to be seeing this level to go above the previous high to react from it, and then returning down below, filling it in, and then we're gonna go aim for a different profit takes. Now when it comes to profit takes, we do have a big area right up here that we want to be taking a profit take at it, and that's perfectly understandable. I'm going to be using that one right now for a profit take. So if we do extend it all the way to up here, you can see that this trade ends up being pretty much amazing because it is a high target of 4R, 15% or almost 5,000 satoshis, right? You can really see that this one is really a possible gem, a possible early gem, I'm gonna say. And if you can get in a 4R trade before you get a confirmation on that higher time frame trend on like a weekly, you know, you're really gonna be ending up with a lot of places, even though if you know the confirmation then is fake one and you get stopped at it, you really do get still a good confirmation on the you still have a good profit left, and you have some profit left to play with. And even if you get stopped at, you still have a decent money in your pocket, right? That's what I'm essentially trying to say here. So yes, so that would be number one trade. Now for the weekly trade, that is really going to be the one that's going to be a little bit more interesting. You've seen the area, you've seen what we need to hold to the left side. This is what we really want to hold. And now what we are looking for a weekly trade now is we are looking for a clean break here. We really want to see a clean break here. I'm not saying that we should go a little bit under it and we're going to be taking a trade. No, what we want to be seeing here is a real clean break when it comes to it, right? I might actually do this video, or I should say video on this trade in the future. Depends on how long this is going to take. If this is going to be like 1 week play, then I won't do a video. But if this is going to take for like 3-4 weeks, then of course I'm going to have to do another one, or because people could essentially forget, right, about it. So yeah. I'll also have to close down the Telegram because it's absolutely annoying when it pings during the video, so I do apologize about that. Okay, so once we get a real clean break here, we're going to be looking for a trade in absolutely this position, right? This is going to be a good area for us to find a trade, and hopefully we will be able to locate a continuation on it. So after a really nice clean break, we're going to be taking a trade here, and this one around is going to be over fatter stop loss. So when you are taking a trade on weekly, you might already imagine, yes, you're going to be hit in with some fat stop losses, right? So now, again, you can see there's a lot of VIX on a weekly, right? So what you want to do right now, again, is go on lower time frames to kind of locate that stop loss that will really make sense for you. And once we go down, we can really see that this area that we previously, or should say now, are feeling a trade on it, we now can use this area for us to set up a good decent stop loss. And this stop loss now is going to be located at about 16%, or should I say 4,000 satoshis. So now I'm going to be deleting the previous trade, right? Because you can see this trade, by just, you know, rewinding the video. And right now this is the main one for the weekly, and this is our stop loss at 4,200 satoshis. Now if I go back to weekly, our most important thing that we have to do right now is to find a location for where the profit take should be taken, right? And I'm pretty sure you can see one right now, because there is right off the bat we have the most main area on the entire chart, right? This is the most main area on the entire chart, and it is located quite close to our entry to our trade. And you know, this one I'm not going to be taking at the very bottom of the box as I usually do. I will be taking more towards the middle of the gap that we have created here. So you can see there's one gap, this is all the way, and I'm going to be placing it around here. And at this point I'm going to be giving 7,000 satoshis, 38% at 2.2R. So even though the R is less because of the like how huge our stop loss is, you can still say this is one of the trades that you really want to be in, because this trade has definitely a lot more safetiness to it and a lot more trend continuation possibilities when it comes to it, right? And once we finally manage to break this one, and which we probably will, because you know Litecoin is one of the mainest coins, and once Bitcoin, as it's right now, started to lose some more dominance, it's most likely going to happen on this main alt. You're going to be aiming for a big boy, right? And a big boy right up here is going to net you quite a lot of money, to be honest. It's going to be over 100%, or 10,500 satoshis, right? Or 6.2R. So you can really see how you can develop a very small trade, a very small early reversal trade into one big monster like this, right? Because essentially you can start with an early reversal trade, you TP the top, you wait for a breakout, you refill your trade on a weekly level, you take it to first profit take, again, you TP the top, right, on both of them because you want to secure the profits, and then you can really see how continuation of this one can really pay off big time. And we are seeing right now almost a double in your account, or should I say it is doubling up your account in that sentence, right? So yes guys, please do let us know if you like this video, if you enjoy them, right? We will make more in the future. We do make them every day except on Sunday. And also join us at 34C news channel, where we, you know, post the videos, where we do post Bitcoin analysis video stuff, I mean text mostly, and stuff like that to begin with, right? So yes, do join us there as well guys. Thank you for watching, and we will be seeing each other in the next one.